Hello friends, let's try to implement ng container directive today. Okay, so we had created this card structure in our previous video, and this is the code to create this structure. Right, this is the card component, and this is the app component inside which card component is looped over a card list, and we have the list here. Right, so we loop over here and we add card for each. So suppose there is a condition, right? There is a situation basically where one of the uh, object in the list is null or condition. Right? So if I do this and if we check on the screen, so it breaks basically, right? The card structure breaks, and this happens because if you see in the card, it is expecting card header, card title, right? And card button. So basically, we are before rendering this card component, we are not checking whether card is null or element card object is coming as a null or something, right? So we need to check that. So suppose in the card component, we check whether before rendering this, we check whether the card element is already there. So this in this situation, we have to write a condition. So during development, there are various situations where you will end up where uh, you need to add a condition on the element, but you cannot add an extra element here, right? This is div, and this div takes care of the card. So to other one of the ways to add one more div, right, like this, and then write a condition njf card element, right? So if card element is present, this div will render. So let's see if this solves a problem. So this solves a problem, right? There is a null for the first card, so that doesn't get rendered, and then second and third card gets rendered. But problem here is if we inspect and see, yeah. So this div is getting added for both the cards, right? This is the second card. This is the third card. If you see this div, there is no use of it, right? In the overall structure of the card. So basically the card starts from here. But this div element, basically an element is getting added uh, just because to add a condition on the card, right? So what Angular provides us with ng container. So if you replace div with ng container, and if you see, so card is getting rendered as before, right? The first card is not rendered because the value is null, and rest of the structure is same. So let's see what happens on the HTML now. So this is the first div, which is not rendered. This is the second. So if you see here, the card directly starts from the first div. It starts from this div. So ng container basically doesn't add any DOM element. So whenever there is no use of any element, and we are just adding it to add a condition or something, right? And there is no actual use of it uh, in the HTML DOM. So in that situation, we can use ng container. So ng container will work as a normal element, but it will not add a DOM element inside the HTML. So I hope you got the gist of it. I mean, uh, whenever you work on the projects, you will see like there are situations where the use of the element is just that you have to add a certain condition. Right? There is no other use of that. So mostly what used to happen, we used to add a div and all. So a div will add an extra element or something, or paragraph, or will add an extra element on that div. But if in the situation, we can use ng container where it will not add an extra DOM element and your code will execute as it is. So if you have any queries, just put in the comments. We can discuss more about it. Till then, thank you.